We have always set our sights on the horizon, searching with an unstoppable desire to trek across untamed lands, to explore the uncharted, to venture into the great unknown, to boldly go where no one has gone before. The next chapter in television's greatest legacy is about to launch, and here's your chance to see how it all began. Star Trek Voyager, inside the new adventure. Welcome. I'm Robert Picardo, and I play the character of the holographic Doctor on Star Trek Voyager, the fourth installment from Gene Roddenberry's popular legacy of adventures from the Final Frontier. What you just saw was a unique timeline of mankind's ongoing desire to explore the unknown. We're going to embark on another mission of exploration, an exciting, behind-the-scenes voyage through the 24th century to look at the creation of the new television series, Star Trek Voyager. We'll investigate areas of Star Trek you may never have seen before, including my personal guided tour of our new starship, an exclusive visit to a strange alien planet, and a special profile of the newest captain, Catherine Janeway. Plus, you'll meet the rest of my fellow cast members, witness how they create some of those amazing special effects, and, well, you get the idea. It's time to get this show on the road. So, let's find out how this new series came to be. Engage! I've always wanted to say that.
Action! Show them the structure.
Red alert!
Action, go for it!
Mr. Paris, set a course.
We should wrap and go on stage and shoot some explosions.
Cut!
What we did was we sat down and tried to come up with ways of making it different. And for us, the key to making it different was trying to find a way to create some conflict in the show. We set the series in a very, very distant part of our galaxy. A part of our galaxy so far away that at warp speed it would take 75 years to get home.
It took a long, long time. It took us weeks and weeks and weeks even to come up with the cast of characters, because we found that so many wonderful characters had already been done, and we didn't want to exactly repeat ourselves.
That's our ship. That's Voyager. Intrepid class. Sustainable cruise velocity of warp factor 9.975.
In the pilot for Voyager, we actually see the ship stationed at Deep Space Nine. That's where all the various crew members come to board it to get ready to go on a mission. And they're going to go chase the Maquis, which is an outlaw group of Federation colonists who have decided to branch off and fight the Cardassians by themselves.
Maquis ship, this is Gully Vec of the Cardassian Fourth Order. Cut your engines and prepare to surrender, or we will
Initiating evasive pattern Omega, mark!
We realized that we needed to set up some things in the last months of Next Generation. Specifically, we established the idea of the Maquis, who are a group of freedom fighters. They consider themselves freedom fighters. Some would consider them terrorists. So we did a two-part episode on Deep Space Nine and then treated it again in Next Generation.
To all Maquis ships, call off your attack, or we will be forced to engage you.
We also established in a show called Journey's End the idea that Native Americans had left Earth in around the 22nd century in an effort to preserve their cultural identity.
I have the deepest respect for your beliefs and the meaning that they hold for your people.
Then you can respect the fact that this planet holds a deep spiritual significance for us.
The first officer of Voyager is Chakotay. Chakotay is an American Indian, a Native American, who is an outsider in a way.
He has a very strong loyalty to his own people, the Maquis, and that's why he leaves the Federation to help with the rebellion against the Cardassians. I guess it's sort of like the Southern generals that had to choose between the North and the South during the outbreak of the Civil War.
You betrayed us for what? Freedom from prison? Latinum? What was your price this time?
We have Tom Paris, who is a character who got into some trouble a few years ago. He was a Starfleet officer, not a Maquis. Got into some trouble, ended up in prison over an incident that he doesn't like to discuss very much.
They said you falsified reports.
I'll tell you the truth, Harry. All I had to do was keep my mouth shut and I was home free. But I couldn't. The ghosts of those 3 dead officers came to me in the middle of the night and taught me the true meaning of Christmas. So I confessed. Worst mistake I ever made, but not my last. Rick said, you know, they were talking about casting. They said, yeah, we should get a type like that Robert McNeil who did, you know, in The Next Generation. It's kind of like, you know, Robert McNeil did in there, but, you know, sort of like that, but not exactly.
The first night I met you, Wes, I knew I wanted you on this squad. You, more than any of the rest, would understand what it means to be able to count on someone. Because you've been out there, putting yourself on the line. And so they audition, and then finally one day somebody said, you know, we just can't find anybody for this part. Why don't we bring in Robert McNeil? I know those guys told you to stay away from me, and you know what? You ought to listen to them. I'm not exactly a good luck charm.
I don't need anyone to choose my friends for me.
Harry Kim is straight out of Starfleet Academy, a young man who has all the makings of a great Starfleet officer. And on his first mission, he finds himself whisked away from his family, his loved ones, and everything he knows, and sent off to the other side of the galaxy.
I'm reading a coherent tetryon beam scanning us.
Origin, Mr. Kim.
Not sure. There's also a displacement wave moving towards us.
On screen.
He's very well qualified. I mean, he knows his stuff. He had great grades going through, you know, graduated very top of his class, but there's that fear factor going. Captain, there's something out there.
I need a better description than that, Mr. Kim.
I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm reading.
The turning point of the first episode comes after both crews are hurled 70,000 light years away. And by forcing them to team up, the producers of Voyager have created a rich source of drama for this new series.
One of our crewmen is missing.
A member of our crew is missing too. Belana Torres, my engineer.
Commander, you and I have the same problem. I think it makes sense to try and solve it together, don't you?
Anything that creates a different tapestry for us to work on is something that we welcome. We have a new situation here. We have new potential jeopardy and new conflicts, being in a new part of space and being able to create unique characters and unique civilizations that we haven't run into before.
Captain?
Don't believe your eyes, Mr. Paris. We've only transported 100 kilometers. We're inside the array.
Later on in this program, we'll uncover more about our new female captain, Catherine Janeway. When we come back, an exclusive tour of our new starship on Star Trek Voyager, Inside the New Adventure.